Hello, hi guys, Lakey Bloke here. Just a quick update on the Pat Max brewing caps situation. As I said in the previous video, or that way, I don't know. I was a bit concerned about the yeast smell. As you can see at the bottom of the camera here, you can see the top of a glass, and as if by magic, boom, there's a brew. It's carbonated all right. Couple of concerns though. One, the colour's murky. Some people wouldn't like that. Now that's understanding because it's not had very long at all really. It's only been in the fridge for a couple of days, and before that it was brewing in the bottle for just 4 days. So it's had 8 days in total. So of course it's going to be cloudy. You're not going to get a clear drink. Not much you can do about that, I don't think. That's how it goes. Second thing, you can still smell the yeast, guys. I was hoping it was just a problem with the first batch, but I'm sad to say I don't like the smell of the yeast. It may just be that particular yeast, or it may just be that the yeast is just too young. It's not fermented out completely, of course, because we've stopped. We haven't stopped fermentation, we've slowed it right down because we've put the drink in the fridge. Yeah, I haven't tasted this one yet though, so let's give it a quick taste. Yeah, smell of yeast. Medium sweet. Not bad taste. I'm having issues getting past the smell of the yeast though. That might just be me. You guys might think, I don't know what he's talking about. I don't have a problem with it. But for me it's an issue. Will I do it again? Yeah, I'd give another couple of batches a go before I decide whether I'm going to do it again or not. I'm not saying it won't work for you guys. I'm just saying it doesn't work for me. I like the taste of the fruity one, but again, because the fruit one was quite a sweet smelling and tasting brew, and the yeast is quite a strong smell, I think the yeast won over in that particular drink. This one, very similar. It doesn't seem to smell as bad, but me, can still. What was that? Was that Swedish chef bloke off the Muppets? Oh no, that's Beaker, isn't it? Beaker from the Muppets. Thanks for that. Don't know who told me, but thank you. Yeah, Beaker from the Muppets. Remember that? So yes, yeah, not for me, guys. I can't give it the full Lakey Bloke's thumbs up, I'm afraid. It will get a thumbs up for the taste, but it's not just about the taste, is it? It's about the look, it's about the smell, it's about the whole experience. And the taste is fine. It's okay on this. You might have a different opinion on it, of course, and you're welcome to your opinion. If you want to leave me some notes below, let me know what you think, that would be great. But for me, I'm sort of undecided. Exactly, I'm undecided. Don't really know yet. I suspect that's not going to go away, and I'm not going to be doing too many of these. I don't know. I doubt it. I think I'll stick to the tried and tested method of demijohns, aging. Important aging, because it helps clear the brew, helps get rid of all the impurities that are in there. You know, if you age your cider for a long time, you end up with a better drink, I think. Although this tastes fine, I think I prefer a cider that's been aged. There's a different kind of taste to it. It's a nice idea for those that are just kicking off doing homebrews and want to understand how it works. But for me, guys, undecided. So, there we have it. Next week's Homebrew Lakey Bloke video, as I said, is going to be about oh, I didn't tell you, did I? Oh no, I haven't told you what next week's video is going to be about. Ah, see, I thought I did. I didn't. I just remembered. I'm just going to be doing a normal bog standard turbo cider, but I'm going to be using a juice that's just been released to the public in Tesco's, a Granny Smith juice. So look out for that. And if you want me to do some sort of specific turbos just for you, and you've got some ideas on recipes and things, and you want me to give it a bash and see me make a fool of myself rather than you, feel free to leave me some notes, chaps, down below. But for the meantime, this is alright. Don't like the colour much. Don't like the yeast smell, really. Would I do it again? As I said, yeah, I probably would, but let's put it this way, I'm not in a rush to do another batch. I'd rather do a demijohn and let it ferment for a bit, and 6 months later go back to it and try it. One more thing before I go, we're going to try the lager, guys. Yeah, so stay tuned. Here it is, look at the head on that. That's mental, isn't it? Now, I'll be honest, I didn't pour it properly. I didn't bend the glass and do it, really slowly. I just chucked it in there, which is why there's such a head on there. However, as you may remember from the lager video I did, I used my own sort of Brewing kit with maltodextrin and some bits, sugar, sugar, and malt, light malt. This is what we've got. As you can see, it's quite dark, guys. Doesn't look like a lager, does it? Well, it's not what I would traditionally think a lager would look like. But then, the Muntons kit, to be fair, on the side of it, it says it's a light amber. It's not really light amber, is it? It's dark amber. It's not that different to how it looked when I bottled initially, but then it's only been in bottles for a week or two. I'm going to chuck them into cold storage at some point. So this is really just a taste to see how it is once it's been bottled. There's a nice little fizz in there. I'm quite pleased with that. I like a little fizz in the lagers. Smells really, really good. You can smell the malt on that, as you would expect. So let's give it a little sip. Cheers. Very smooth. Very, very smooth. Not like a lager at all. That's more like an ale. A very smooth ale. But not unpleasant. And I'm not an ale fan. There's lots and lots of flavour in there, though. There's a hint of sweetness in there. You can definitely taste the malt. The extra malt that we put in as part of the Lakey Blokes Brew Enhancer. It's not bad, guys. Bearing in mind, don't worry about the wrinkles on my face here when I'm drinking. I always do that. So it's not an indication as to oh, it went up the wrong order. It's not an indication as to how bad the brew is, or indeed how good it is. It's just I've got a wrinkly face, look, see? I'm an old git. Happy with that. It's pretty much how I expected. Lovely smell on it, really, really nice smell. Thumbs up with the smell, which is the exact opposite problem that I had to the cider I just spoke about. Really, really nice smell on it. I really like that. It needs to be cold though, bearing in mind I've just poured it out of the bottle straight into the pint there. It came out at 4.3%, this one, the Muntons. Just checking on my little chart over there. Yes, 4.3%, which is fine for me. That will be a session beer then. Really, really, really do like that. Definitely do a Lakey Bloke Brew Enhancer again in the next lager kit I make, which is going to be a Cooper's. I've found the Cooper's, folks. I was looking for it everywhere and it was right in front of me. I was very annoyed, but it was too late because once I started the Muntons, that was it. So the next one I have a bash at is going to be the Cooper's Lager Kit. So look out for that one soon. But well impressed. I always bottle in pets. That's my preference, guys. I've just got hold of some Grolsch bottles because Asda's are doing a special at the moment. 3 bottles of 450 ml. Might be, yes, 450 ml Grolsch bottles. Lager. I mean, the lager's, you know, iffy. Mine's nicer, to be honest with you. It's better than the Grolsch is. But, you know, if you want glass Grolsch type bottles, you're going to pay more than that without any lager in them. And you don't have to drink the lager, you can chuck it away. Up to you. As an example, Wilco's do plastic Grolsch type bottles with the flip top lids. And you get, I think you get 6 for £8 there. Well, you can get 6 bottles of Grolsch from Asda's. And you pay a tenner. And they got lager in. And they're glass. So, you pays your money, you takes your choice, don't you? Yeah, that's what we do in life, guys. So, thumbs up for that one so far. Again, need aging a little bit, I think, and it also needs to be cold. That, yeah, I know initially when I was making the Homebrew caps video, I was saying how great the fruity one was. But as I got down the bottle, the more of the yeast I could taste in the brew. Not surprising, guys. So it put me off a little bit. And the smell, again, not for me. Smell on this. This here. There it is. Smell on this. Great. So, see that glass, Mr. Beer. My first cider kit was a Mr. Beer. I bought it and it cost me about £50, I think. It was in a sale. And I had a go at that and it came out alright. It was a cider kit, not a beer kit. So yeah, that's not bad, is it? Look, that's settled down now, the head on that. Very nice smell. I really do like that smell. It's really sweet smell. Very light and refreshing. So once that's cold, that's going to be a really nice lager, guys. / ale. And again, I'm not an ale fan. I keep saying ale because my accent, my Essex accent, makes me sound like I'm talking about the feathered variety. And I'm not. Okay? You can't drink ales that go twit-twoo, as far as I know. I've never tried. Maybe if you put one in the blender, you could. It'd be very nice, though, would it? Yeah, you'd get blood and guts everywhere, wouldn't you? Yeah. Anyway, that's all for me, folks. Lakey Bloke bonus. Ta-ta for now. See you next week. Again, make your own minds up with the brewery caps, guys. Do let me know how you get on. It'd be interesting to see if you have the same problems as I do on 1 or 2 of the caps. It may just be the caps. It may just be the bottles. I had problems with the threading on the bottle caps, and when you put the lids on, they were at a slight wonk, and I had to keep fiddling about, and I lost my temper in the end, and that was getting on my nerves as well, which is why I with the second brew I did. With this one here, ding. Why with this one, I lost my temper a little bit with it because it was getting on my nerves. Hopefully you're more patient than I am. So again, happy Homebrew Wednesday, guys. Speak to you next week. Ta-da.